Pierre-Luc Dubois was going to get like 3 GMs fired for all the trades he was involved in, and everyone's actually okay with the last deal.
Well, this last one saved everybody.
Yes, Washington loves it. Look at this. We got our shutdown number 2 center. That's awesome. Kings are like, hey, this guy can play net. We got rid of the guy that no one liked.
How did he pull this off?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think the most intriguing part is Washington's interest, because they just said, like, we don't care about the noise. Look at his age and look what he's accomplished in this league. Because you can't take any of that away. None of that stuff that made him great was gone.
Because he just they just overpaid him exorbitant pay raise for a guy who's got, I mean, sounds like he's a bit of a bad egg in the room. Guys don't like him in previous stops. He's wanted out, and it seems like the guys in the room have wanted him out, and the level of play, certainly not where it should be for his abilities, and certainly not what you're paying him. And you managed to trade him for now a goalie who's got a .920 save percent. It's a masterclass of how to fuck it up, but totally redeem yourself by Rob Blake.
And Washington might be even happier about the deal. Yeah,
I was just going to say, I don't know that Rob Blake masterminded this. I think that Washington was going, we've got this goalie, we're paying too much money. What are we going to? I mean,
yeah, we're paying her backup 5 or whatever, and
we could really use an upgrade.
If you just averaged out what PLD had done in his career, was there a better buy low moment than last summer? Like, oh, we can get a 25-goal physical, big shutdown center. Like, of course,
that's easy to say right now.
Of course,
there was absolutely no reason to believe that was going to go the right way.
No, I agree. I'm just
but
saying,
Washington was in a weird spot too, right? Like,
they're trying to contend, but they're not young, but they're trying to get the OV record, but they need a little insulation at center because they just lost their top 2 centers the last couple of years because Kuznetsov and Backstrom disappeared. It's like they really need a center. If this guy bounces back, this is the steal of the century.
But boy,
is he a good guy in the room? What's going on?
But to look at the guy he's overpaid, a malcontent, he's a powder, and guys don't like him.
Yeah, I don't know about the overpayment part, but there was clearly like the guy's not getting along in the rooms he's been in, right?
What's he getting paid?
The exact amount a guy should get paid for when he's in his young 20s putting up the numbers he did.
Yeah, no, I don't think
you are absolutely out to lunch on
I
this.
disagree a little bit.
Dean? If he's overpaid, what should he make and what does he make?
Come on, dude.
He was, for the contract he got for the production he put up last year in LA was not.
No question.
No one was trading for Pierre-Luc Dubois.
I'm not saying people were. You're misconstruing it.
But you're making it sound like, no, hey, this is a buy. This is a great. Oh, hey.
No, what I'm saying is
he's been in Columbus, he'd been in Winnipeg, and he'd been in LA, and he was shitty in all 3 spots for the most part.
No.
Drew Doughty absolutely eviscerated him to the media and in the room. He was a hated guy there and was making way too much money.
What's way too much for him? He's making 8.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
8.5's a lot for what he's gonna.
Would you rather have him or Elias Pettersson right now? I know we're totally hindsighting this.
That's not the discussion. It's going back in time. If we were on this show, which we were, we'd have said no fucking thanks to Pierre-Luc Dubois in any respect. It'd be, well, how many firsts are they giving us to take him in that $8 million?
Yeah. No, I agree. And I'm not saying everyone should have been on this. What I'm saying is Washington had to be really, really thoughtful here to pull it off because everyone was scared shitless. It's a really scary bet to make, isn't it? He's got 7 yehave left.
It's an amazing deal.
Yes,
because it's been great for both sides, and both assets. They'd have been happy just to get rid of them almost for pennies on the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Please take my backup goalie who's making too much. Please make this jerk center that nobody likes that we overpaid. It's worked out amazing.
Like everyone said, he's just shit in Winnipeg. His last 2 years, they scored 28 and 27 goals. 60 and 63 points. Like he was a very good player. He just wanted out. In LA, he clearly didn't get along with anyone. It's the 1 year where the production was dog shit. He's been a very good player most of his career.
Yeah, not to dig into personal life, but you wonder if LA is a different beast as well, right? Like,
yeah.
But 60 points, is that 8.5?
If you play the way he does, I think yes. If you were just
you're giving him too much credit. I don't.
No, he's a great defensive center, so that's why I think he's worth
maybe.
It. Yeah. I mean,
what other great defensive centers getting 8.5?
I mean, Kopitar has made 11 for years. No one.
Kopitar's leading the team in scoring.
Right, but
Two
and
cups,
again, if
And he's got
he's
cups
Hall
and
of
he's been
Fame,
there, he's the
probably
captain.
predicted.
I'm not saying he is
not
Kopitar and he's making
comparable.
11. I'm saying, like, if you're a top 2 center that shuts people down and can flirt with 30 goals, you're going to get paid in this league. He's in his prime. He's mid-20s.
So is he a shutdown or is he a top 2?
He's a defense first, but still can score 30. Ryan O'Reilly in his prime type guy, in my opinion.
O'Reilly's a nice
And so
guy.
if O'Reilly was in his
scored
prime
30.
today, pardon me?
He's never scored 30.
No, but you don't think he will? Like
No, I don't. He's got 5 this year. I mean, we're into semantics a little bit.
Yeah, and again,
all I'm
Ryan
saying
O'Reilly
is you're Monday morning quarterbacking this a little bit to say, hey, the league crushed Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Yep. No, and I'm not suggesting they shouldn't have. Like, we did, and for great reason. But really, the 1 year where it all fell apart was last year in LA. The season before, he was great for.
You need to talk to people who watched him in LA and watched him in Winnipeg. You can't just look at his box score and say, "Well, he had 20-some goals." It was his overall play.
Was broken last year.
His give a shit meter. He was lazy.
Yep. I don't think anyone ever questioned the talent and ability. It was always what are you like? Can we handle your shitty attitude?
And that's the only reason I bring it up is because, like, there are if you look at every player in this league coming off their worst year, and like today's the Kings. I watched Anze Kopitar, the worst year he ever had in his career. He had 12 goals, played almost a full season. And you're like, okay, he's probably just a third line center now. And I'm sure he's a great leader, but he's not a superstar anymore. And the next year he comes out and he rips 35. If you look at every single player in this league coming off their worst year of their career, you're like, they're no good anymore. It takes a really, really savvy management.
We didn't talk about Dubois for a year, Ryan. We didn't crush Dubois for 1 season.
Okay, so we crushed him when he had 28 goals and 60 points in Winnipeg.
We crushed him in Columbus because he had to get out of Columbus. I'm not going to play hard. I got to get out of here. Okay, you're going to go to Winnipeg. Well, Winnipeg's no good to me. But it's not about his numbers. Again, you keep going back to the numbers. It was the attitude and the interaction with the people, the fans, the effort, nobody's.
You said the other day, maybe he thinks this is last call, and we finally got the hard-working version of himself.
The other question I have is that we're all sitting where? Western Canada, Alberta, and what do we look at as a reference point to how good Pierre-Luc Dubois is doing? We look at the Washington Capitals and the success they're having, and I'm not saying one thing or the other. He has 5 goals. I don't know how many points, and again,
31.
maybe the box score is good. We don't know how it's going in that room.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're assuming shit, everything's great. They're top of the league. And it's like we're not that close to it, fellas. It's very possible that
if you
on April, it's like, okay, we're sick of this guy too. Right. I'm not saying they will be, but we're a long way from Pierre-Luc Dubois and the frickin' Washington Capitals.
Yeah, there's 6.5 years left. The reports have been very good, just as Kemper's have been too. It's been a great change of scenery for both, clearly. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long-form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.